Hello and welcome to this video. Yes, the daily Blitz games are back. I just was thinking how I can put some content on my channel, and I felt that just getting back to the 3 Blitz games a day is not a bad idea. Looking at all the chess content on YouTube that is out there, this exact format is one that I basically pioneered, and nobody does anymore. They all do longer recordings, mostly from Twitch, as they all do Twitch, which is fine. It's not a point of criticism or anything, but I just felt like, what can I do? And I'm playing more Blitz recently, in recent weeks and months, so it's really not an issue at all to put out some daily Blitz games. So I'm happy to get your feedback on this decision. I try to keep them at the 3 games a day, as I always did in the past. It should be possible to keep this rate up, let's say. I have a vacation coming up, which is pretty much it's very work heavy this vacation. I have to write a new project, but I try to keep the videos up even then, but we'll see what happens if that is possible. So one thing that I need to say is that I'm going to mix the time used for those games a little bit. My idea is to, I'm sorry not about talking about the game too much, I just want to have this this information out. I'm going to mix the games a little bit between the 3 most commonly used time controls, and it's going to be 5-0, 3+2, and 3+2. There will be some 3+2. The main reason for this decision is that I'm playing in an online league on Chess, the quarantine, I have problems with that word, league, and they use those 3 time controls and alternate between them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to train a little bit for those leagues, and maybe I'm also going to put up videos for them. We'll see when I'm playing them, I mean. So this is why I'm switching between the time controls. This is a 3+2 because at the day and I'm recording this, the next day I have a 3+2 tournament. So I'm going to switch this around a little bit depending on what time control is happening next in that league. Okay, this is not h5 is not exactly a move that I expected, and that okay wants to prevent knight g4, I guess. Yeah, so d5 is possible, opening up ideas like queen d4 for a discovered attack. That is definitely possible. Currently c4 is covered quite reliably. I wonder if f4 attending f5 is an idea sometime. I'm going to do it. It's not something that is completely clear to me. d5 I didn't like so much because if he takes, he gets rook e8 and queen f6. I can actually paint that. I didn't like that after d5. Okay, now f5 is not far away, let's say, from working. Takes, rook takes. I have a check on g5, like f5 takes, rook takes, check here. Yeah, it's not quite working, but it's close. If I play d5, he takes, and I play f5, intending f6. This is dangerous, but he's got rook e8. So, it doesn't feel like it's working. I also have c5 sometimes. Okay, what does he want to do? Put more pressure on that pawn? Maybe this one. For a better moment to play f5. I could actually play f5, ef, bishop takes h5. That's a funny idea. Okay, I don't have much time, so I'm going to do that. It's going to be a bit dicey, but with the little time left, it could be interesting. So this one, he definitely cannot take the bishop as queen g5 is killing. That is just too much. I don't think he could possibly defend that. The thing is, I'm not sure that I'm threatening all that. Oh wow, really? How can you defend that? That's tough. Okay, so rook f5 or knight f7. They both seem to be totally crushing. Knight f7, is there a counter attack? No, there's no check. So let's do that. Not sure. Rook f5 also looked devastating, collapsing on f7. But this looks very strong as well. I'm just attacking the rook also. So what is there? Queen c6 maybe for no g2 I have covered even with the rook, so he cannot even like say desperado on g2 just to get the queens off, like queen c6 take their necks to get queens off, but doesn't work. Yeah, the rook is even covering this, so this should be completely devastating for black. I don't see how he defends. King takes, rook f5 leads to mate. I thought maybe not. So rook takes, king e6. Is there a way for him to defend this? It's really tough to believe. I can also take with the queen, then king e7, then there's a checkmate. So this is maybe stronger, yeah? I didn't see a mate in the other line, like a forced mate. It looked devastating, but this is definitely going to be mate. King e7, queen f7 mate. King g7, I check on f7, and then rook f6 for rook h6. That's over. Check. And now rook f6 or rook f5. What's winning this one? It's increment, yeah. So it's important, yeah. It would be really tough now with no increment. Oh, got a check on g8. Shoot, that's a really good defense. h2 is hanging. Wow. What on earth? King here? That was totally unnecessary. And probably I was lost at some point here. Wow. Remarkable. Really remarkable. Yeah, I have to check that in analysis. Yeah, one reason for doing this format again is that I can compare to, like I did the sessions. I think it's easier to do some brief analysis after every single game, and also people like to search by openings in the title. So I think this is a good format. Now let's have a look there. We had an English opening symmetrical with e3. This is what I'm currently working on in my new upcoming English opening repertoire for Chessable. That should be out like in October. And I'm doing more of those e3 lines. Black now goes g6, d4, and with d5 puts a stake in the center. So we get an IQP position. Yeah, isolated queen pawn here on d4. This is, however, a very specific IQP, because after queen to b3, I'm immediately attacking the knight, and we enter forced play when black has the choice between taking on c3 and playing e6. He took on c3, and now there is this intermediate move bishop c4. It's nice. I'm attacking f7 here, and there's no way for black to save the knight. They can go here, but after bishop f7, king d7, and queen to e6, for example, I always thought queen e6, the engine wants to castle. Wow. Yeah, I just knew that this one gets the knight back and black's position is terrible. So, yeah, I have the analysis on, that is usually requested, and I feel, why not? So what they usually do is here not e6, but knight d5 takes and e6, which leads to this structure. This is also a little bit better for white, but black is quite acceptable here. So, but he played e6, I took here, then bishop a3 is preventing castling, so bishop f8, and we get to this position when I think white should be very slightly better. I have a bit more to play for, let's say, with the pawns in the center, but black is not in bad shape. I think he was okay anyway. Like here, f6, okay. f6 I didn't quite consider, honestly. I thought that would be too weakening, but probably this is wrong. This is not a good idea because of h5. The knight has no squares. So I was thinking I just go back and then I'll get e6 also. I mean, he will get c4, but yeah, it was a complete misjudgment because here, what am I doing? I cannot take e6 even because of rook e8, I guess. Yeah, the engine confirms. And then I'm losing this bishop here. Yeah, okay, that would be good for black then. Yeah, I mean, I was still not quite focused because of my narrative that the Blitz games are back. Okay, I went f4. That is maybe bad then again. Yeah, f6. f6 now is probably very weakening, yeah, because now this is, maybe I can even take on g6, which is given as an option. d5 is an interesting possibility here, given by the engine. That looks very strong, yeah, after the knight is taken, take here, and then ready for rook d7 with devastating effect. That's very strong. Yeah, that's just a big attack. The h5 move here was very weak. Very weakening, let's say, h5 and f6. He went queen d6, don't think that this can be too bad. Yeah, rook d2 is kind of, I don't know what to do, make a move, this. And now I went with f5. I honestly think this is not so good, but I wanted to do something. Yeah, and it turns out to be not so good. So e takes, bishop takes, and here he just has to not take the bishop. That was more of a bluff than anything else. I'm a little bit surprised that I'm in so terrible shape if he can take c4 simply. I didn't see that. I was panicking a little bit with the time being relatively low already. It's increment, I kind of forgot about that a little bit. So 40 seconds is plenty if you have 2 seconds extra. Yeah, but he cannot take it, it's just a big mistake. So rook f5 is also devastating, it seems, but what I did must be winning as well. It would be strange if not. Yeah, this one. And rook takes is mate. Yeah, okay. I did not actually see a mate. Yeah, I can just win the queen, yeah. I didn't see a mate here. I just looked at this, king back, but I can win the queen. And that, okay, this is mate also. Yeah, so I was pretty weak play by me. Rook f5 then is much clearer. So, oops, sorry. So taking with the queen. Okay, this is also winning, but it's not as winning. Now I should pick up just h5 with check, but okay, this was a really good defense try. But you know what's super stupid? I'm going to f2, yeah? I can simply go to h1 or f1, like anything else, but not here. This is super stupid. And now knight takes c4. Oh god. Wow, that was a really bad game. Eh? Rook e8, however, gives me the win back. Now I'm winning again. So, okay, it was a pretty awful game for getting the daily Blitz games back on the channel. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, not every game can be beautiful and good. Okay, alright guys, thanks for watching.